Hi, everybody. It's Paul again. I just wanted to go over some of my recent trades on my Crypto.com and a few of the others. Biggest thing that I'm working on right now is just playing with money. Just all I can do. I don't want to deal with folks talking about, oh, you should do this, you should that. This is play. That's all it is. I am not a financial advisor. I don't do it. If I was a financial advisor, then we would be in a totally different scenario. As you guys know, I love to play the lottery. So for me, this is gambling. It's a type of gambling. And I get so many investors and so many folks, it's not gambling, it's not gambling. But it is. You're taking money that it's extra, and you're putting into something for the hopes that it's going to double. Same thing you do with the lottery. When you buy a ticket, you scratch it off for the hopes of breaking even or making money. Buying a Powerball, same difference. It's all gambling. It's just how much you're willing to spend versus what you're not. Me, I've taken half of my lottery budget that I've been doing and I've put it over into this. Why? I'm seeing a longer term result where you have that satisfaction of scratching that ticket right then and there, and that ticket wins, that ticket loses. And when that ticket wins, you have that exhaustion. When it loses, you have that depression. With stocks, it's a roller coaster. You keep going up and down, up and down. Sometimes you get highs, sometimes it stays lows. So it's not one of those that's a boom, you automatically win. It's not like with Powerball, you sit and watch the numbers and all six numbers hit your numbers that's on yours, and then you're instant millionaire. That's not the case with this. This is something that's also more towards retirement as I get older. I'm not a spring chicken anymore like it used to be. Part of me wishes I had been doing this a little longer or a lot longer. And why I say that is because you look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been out for a very, very long time, since I believe 2012 before. And it started out where I'm looking at these lower priced coins are coming in, and it was at that price at one time, and it's worked its way up and up and up and up and up. And I mean, right now it's sitting at $60,000 per one coin, where I can buy certain coins right now for $1. I can get 16,000 coins on some of these if I wanted to buy them. Now, there's some of these again, as I say, it's a gamble. And some folks are those that will get extremely scared if they put a certain amount of money into it, and if it goes up, they immediately sell it so that they can make the profit and run. But sometimes with that happening, you lose out on the bigger picture. So for me, like using Shiba as an example, Shiba Inu, some folks have been in it since like August of 2020 when it first hit. And there was probably there was 8 or so zeros in the front. It was 0.000000 0.012, something like that. And the math on that is like for every dollar you put into it, you were getting 1 million or so shares. I mean, I may be off by some money. You could actually do the math on your own, and I may do it a little bit later for you guys. But that being said, getting into those, you can, if you take $10 of your money that your expendable money that you were going to spend on something, put it into that, and then forget it. I mean, it's really funny. I forgot that I had a Coinbase, and I went into my Coinbase and actually had a small profit. And when I say small, I only had like $70 in it. I'd put 50. So I didn't realize I'd played that money or put it in. And talking about it, I just basically just moved everything over to Shiba from that. I wish I'd have known it back when I had done it when Shiba immediately went over to Coinbase, because I could have went in there and took that $50, put it in, and I'd probably be sitting over $2,000 right now. And that being said, because of August, that's when I started getting into Shiba, was back in the middle of August when it was real low. So I've been able to pick up from there. I'm into Doge as well, but Doge is just fluctuating up and down a little bit here, a little bit there. But one that I just got into, which is called Dogelon Mars. I'm looking at my computer behind it, and I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see it. This is something that I'm pushing a little bit for myself, and maybe you guys can get in it, because right now you can get in it on the bottom floor, kind of like I'm doing, and maybe putting it in. Go into Coinbase, go into Cripto, go into there's a few other Weeble. If you have that, look this up, see if you can buy it, and put a few dollars in it. It ain't gonna hurt. So with that being said, I'm gonna flip it around so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So this is what I look like right now. I don't have Bitcoin here. I don't have it, but I use it for folks to understand. So what I base everything, and what everybody is basing everything off, is what is called a market cap, which how much volume is being produced into the coin. And with using Bitcoin, it's $1 trillion. That is a $1 trillion base. And you look at number one, that's the number one coin right now. Shiba has went, when I first got it, it was like 111th, 110, and it's made it all the way up here, and its market cap is $38 billion with a B. Looking at Doge, which Doge has been out longer, it's at 35 billion. So it's actually jumped. And I put a few others in here to kind of give you an idea of things that are how they're changing when you're seeing it market cap wise, and also in price wise. Like this eCash is and underneath this DOG, SHIB, those are your letters if you want to look them up. But you're looking at 3 zeros, 1 7. So, and one of the things that I've done here is I can click on this, and then I can go and do it this way. And if I put $1 into this account right now, it would give me 5,616.48 shares of that market. So that kind of gives you that idea of what you could expect if you did something like that. So let's go back. And then I got to go back to watch list. And then scroll down. So using my Shiba that I've got, same rule applies. So if I hit $1, that's going to give me 14,130.68 shares. So seeing that little bit of money that you could put into it, I definitely wouldn't put that little bit, but I would put, 20. 20 gives you 282,000 plus shares. So that's something to take into consideration. For me, I know in Shiba right now, in crypto, I'm sitting at like 28 million shares. So, now as I said, I have Shiba and I also have this one, which is Dogelon Mars. And you're seeing it sitting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros in front of it. So, same breakdown, putting $1 in puts you at 450,000 shares. That's a lot of shares for a $1 bet. And again, I call it a bet. You may not. But seeing how much it flexes up and down, don't sound like a lot. And if you see, a few dollars, just going up, going down, going up, going down, it's really not that big of a change. But still, for what it is. Now, there's one out right now that I haven't purchased, and I don't know if I'm going to. Oops, let's go back to... But it's not available on any of the stuff. And if you notice, when I was talking about market cap, it has 0 market cap. Its volume is only 20, in the last 24 hours, only $47,000 has been pushed through it. But you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros before it hits. And if you put $1 into it right now, you've got 41,314,881 shares. So if you could put $10 that you would just normally waste somewhere else, and if that went up a few pennies or two decimals, so you eat two of those numbers there. I can't do it here. I'll have to do it on my math. So let's do calculator. Did I push calendar? Oops, I don't need calendar. I need calculator. All right. Did I do it again? There we are. So if I do, let's see if we can move this to a better position. So if I were to take that 41,314,887 times, since we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So instead of 7, we're going to do 5. We're going to do 0.12345 1 equals. out of that $1 investment, you've made $41. Now, $41 don't sound like a lot, but let's change something. Let's go back. Let's clear it out. So if we go 41, 3, 1, 4, 8, 8, 7 times 0.1234 equals $413. So you see how it kind of keeps adding up. So if this is where it becomes that, for me, that pipe dream, the wish, the all of that. So if I did the same 41, 3, 1, 4, 8, 8, 7 times 0.001. It's still less than a penny. Check that out. 400. And I mean, it's obvious if you do the math, you move the decimal point, and that's how it breaks down. But $41,000 sitting on a $1 investment, and it's still under a penny. Again, pipe dream. I get it. But we are all allowed to dream from time to time. So, but here's the thing that I would, oops, didn't mean to do that. Let me close that out. But here's something, again, that's still realistic, is getting into Shiba. It's a realistic number, especially with the volume that's in it. Folks are buying this and taking it up. Right now, today, it's up 10% in a 24-hour base. If I go 7 days, it's a little down from its high, which is when it was almost to 9. So, but that still being said, it's extremely good on the price right now. I bought it, I want to say around September down here. And when I was saying that, as you see, you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. It's already eat a 0, so we're now on 4 zeros. So, and again, your market cap is so much higher. That allows you guys to, if you're interested in maybe making something on that, that would extremely be great. And let me see, did I still have it up? Coinbase, yes. And there's this one. And see, like on Coinbase, it says not tradable, so I can't trade it. That's the reason why I haven't bought any. You have to go actually to their specific site to buy it. So, with Shiba, you can buy it. This one you can buy, but you have to buy it through what is called a flat coin. You have to buy the coin, then move it over. Same with this one. But it's just kind of, it's cool. It may not be up, so. But here's your top ones that are high, that are doing a lot of volumes. But you get like this, which is a more. This is more of a stable coin. It kind of stays at $1, so you can move it. But Cardano is one of your more famous ones right now, and I'll show you why. And this is one of those coins that did exactly what I was talking about. Let's go back a year ago. So back in this time last year, it was only worth 10 cents. And I think, let's see if I can go, how far I can go back. So when we first started out, it had dropped down to like 4 cents back in February of 2019. And it's stayed in that area. Boom, just kind of crawled. And then slowly started going up back in 2020. Started really picking up more right when we started going into the pandemic. Slowly ran and then worked its way up a piece at a time. They're at 14, kind of went back down to 9. But then around this time last year, it started to accelerate. And TikTok went crazy with it. Everybody went crazy with it. It was as high as $3 or $2 and something. I remember seeing it around $3 and something. I do. So with that being said, if we go back to that calculator, if you'd have bought it last year at the same time around 10 cents and you bought it at 10 cents and you put $100 into it, $100 is 10,000 shares. 10,000 shares, it goes up to $2.80. Let's round it even to $3. Talk about the money that you would have, just at 10 cents. So I'm going to do it again because my curiosity's kicking in now. Let's drop it back down. So if I took $100 times, divide by 0.10 equals 1,000 shares. So I was wrong. My math's not good. So then times that by, let's say it was 2.88. So, on your $100 investment, you've turned it into $2,800 over a year. So, and again, that's still a really good investment strategy if you were thinking about that. So, but as I said, you've got some that are relatively priced right. I mean, Shiba, I think, is really priced right. Doge is kind of, I mean, it's priced right, but its high has been 70 cents. But as soon as it hit 70, and it's kind of stayed at that market cap between 25 and 27 since then. So, but then you've got like these, and here's something else to play with. One of the things that I had said before, let's see if it'll show it. Doubt it'll show all. So it'll only go back about 5 years. But, back in 2016, 2017, this was only worth a few $100. $200, $300, $400. It gets up to $500, $600, $700. and then it makes a small spike back in 2018 to like 14 grand. But then it drops all the way back down, but it never goes back into the hundreds. It stays in the thousands, the single digit thousands, and kind of rolls. And then 2020 hits. Sorry, this thing keeps jumping. So we're right about here's when, we're all about to go into lockdown, and everybody starts playing the investment game. So, and it just skyrockets. And then April 2021, but then the most recent, we're at 62 right now. But it's crazy. But I mean, even past, it only goes out to 2015, but I know this has been going since 2012. So it'll keep rolling up bigger and bigger and bigger. And the cool thing with this is you can go to the official websites and look it up, look at their paper, read what it talks about, what it's pushing, and all of that. So this is what I was kind of wanting to give you guys today, more of a push. Now, I'm not sponsored by anybody or anything like that, but I am, if you are interested in doing it, down below, I will be putting in my Cripto.com, my Coinbase, and my Robinhood, so that you guys can, if you want to invest, you can invest your Robinhood or into those and use my link to get in to be able to get, like, I know with crypto, it's $25. You get a $25 card or credit when you get in. With Robinhood, you get a free stock. With crypto, I believe you get a $25 free for a crypto currency. I don't know if you get to choose it, they get to choose it, or what, but hey, free's free. So that being said, I want to thank everybody for taking the time to watch this. If you have any questions or anything like that, please leave a comment down below. And thank you guys very much. Hit that like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.